future. And now, just to begin with, let's begin with the internal wrangles within the Orange Democratic Movement, a party that has long been a dominant force in opposition politics under the leadership of the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And now, right now, the party appears to be in a state of confusion. They're still finding their foot. It's like the party is there, and at the same time, we also have another one that is emerging. We have Linda Mwananchi within the party, and also the Linda Ground within the party. What do you think is happening with the ODM, and what is the future of the ODM as a party?
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. And I feel great to be here with you guys. Officially, my official names are Calvin Somondo Tieno, but politically they know me as Honorable Wodnyaboro.
All right.
An activist and also the Comrades President. Matters pertaining politics that you have just tackled, we can say that for now it is on our hand as Gen Zs, and issues on ODM wrangles, which is now very technical, and we can say that is a stake thing in where we are now getting cracks in leadership, loyalty, and being now ODM is split. We have the Linda Ground and Linda Mwananchi,
Yes.
as you all know, and since we can't say that story in a 2-term or 1-term. As a Gen Z, we just want to fill the gap of the crackdown in leadership, and this has caused the difference in ODM leaders. And tukianza, when we start with the ODM wrangle, after the late Honorable Enigma, that's Baba.
Yes.
After he had left, so nobody and everybody, that's what I'm saying, nobody and everybody wants to take this power. Who is the next successor of ODM?
Yes.
So this is where the hot things start. And as a Gen Z, we feel like we want to take the leadership, and also that the tradition and culture also want to take it there. So I have some 5 key points of how these wrangles begin. The succession of power. There are those who have just diminished, like after the death of Baba, them with ODM is done. And there are also those who has taken themselves as they want to take charge in ODM. So we have two-way traffic in the succession of power. We have the smooth and those who are posturing themselves as the leaders. Are you getting it?
Okay.
And then the next thing, we also have these leaders that they feel like ODM should not be split. I can say a good example of our governor of Kisumu County, Honorable Anyang' Nyong'o.
Yes.
Anyang' Nyong'o believes in this culture of the talking and we get the solution. And also we have Honorable Nyasuna, that's the Honorable Gladys Wanga.
Yes.
Gladys Wanga is trying to build like the block of maintaining or spreading the word of the gospel of ODM.
Yes.
And also we have we have Muhammad Wasuna East, the MP.
Yes, Junet Mohammed.
Junet Mohammed.
Yes.
Junet Mohammed is also trying to control the big host in the house. So with all this, when brought together, there are some leaders that feel like they're being left out. Okay? Yeah, that's where a core factor of splitting of ODM, ODM wrangle starts with. Yeah, I can say as to that point.
Now, before we go deep into how ODMs splitted, let's discuss much about ODM Linda Ground.
ODM Linda
Where
Ground.
we headed it?
ODM Linda Ground.
Yes. Where do you see the future of ODM Linda Ground?
According to me, I can say that we might have a future, at the same time we might fail. Yeah. If we fail to liberate in communication, where we reconcile, the same thing that Professor Peter Nyang'o is talking about, we might fail. Because, you see, Baba left us in broad-based.
Yes.
And Baba never defined that we should be there. He never stated that. But now, there are those who feel that we should be there, and there are those who feel like their leg should be outside that. ODM is a party that always gives a presidential candidate.
Yes.
So, we might be 50-50, in having a future or not having a future. We might join the government, which we are not sure of it. But again, we might join and benefit. Yeah. And we might join and not benefit. So, having a future in with Linda ground, I can't say.
And maybe just to ask, what do you think? Because I feel like the Linda ground probably had already declared they are pushing for agenda that Baba left us on and the broad-based government, and they feel like they should join Ruto probably come 2027. And also there is this other team that is the Linda Mwananchi.
Linda Mwananchi.
Baba, in as much as Baba left us in the
broad-based,
but we were not given that mandate that we should support Ruto. 2027. Is either we go there now as an ODM goes there as an independent party, or they join hands with Ruto. What do you think? Is that what now bringing all these divisions in government or in the ODM?
Yeah, I feel that's what is bringing the division of ODM to the government, because you find that when Raila left, they were discussing the broad-based thing, the 10 agendas, and Raila never stated like these, the 10 agendas of the broad-based should run to this period. It had an expiry date, which had already passed. It has expired. But also there are those who feels like, let's say Honorable Sifuna. Sifuna, you know, is an SG, and you even saw it when they were having the meeting of the Linda ground, and they were also having theirs, and they for something. And Sifuna declared that he's not going to be the SG of the ODM, being that he was a co-factor in writing the 10 agendas. And there are those who are not there while Raila was deliberating these 10 agendas. So there's a wrangle between them. But me, I feel, and I can still join Professor Peter Nyang' in this thing, because the guy, even the way you see he talks, he said Sifuna was never made. I don't mean that I'm in one term, I don't mean that I'm in two term, but all we want is for the future of this nation and the future of our party. I can't say that ODM is going to fail, but we are in the phase of transition. That's what is there. We are in the phase of transition because we are not going to fail. This is one thing I believe in. ODM is not going to face off.
And now, speaking of the ODM is not going to fail, do you see the Linda Mwananchi joining this other team?
It is going to work. It is going to work. It is just a matter of time. Because I believe, also I believe in Sifuna and Babu Owino. I believe in them. And after Winnie had given that speech, while they were having that meeting, while they were now officially declaring Honorable Buru as the party leader, you saw what Winnie Odinga said? We should believe in negotiating. And this ODM should embrace the youth. Something is going to work out from that. And it's just time. You know, where there is fire, there is smoke. Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Now, talking of where there is smoke, there is fire. As Gen Zs, what do you want? What do you want in all this? What are your ambitions? What do you want?
As Gen Zs, you know, one thing that has come to our attention, Gen Zs are not as that before. Their eyes are reformed, and as for now, there's a transition from the traditional politics to this Gen Z thing, because now their eyes are open. They can see, and they have declared, and these factors has been brought with the way they have been nurtured in education, the nature of the economic in the country, the way leaders are not being trustworthy. So Gen Z believe that they should be part and parcel of this government. And as we all know, in this our nation, Gen Z are over like 70% in the nation. And as a 70%, we should be given a portion in the government. That's the one thing that I believe in.
So are you seeking all this through UDA or ODM? Or you're just independent?
Gen Z are just Gen Z. Gen Z are just Gen Z. It's just a movement. We want to rectify all these that are happening. Because, you know, we are the next future. We are the next future. After this phase shall be diminishing, the phase like is now going, Gen Z will take over. And I can say that we will no longer be this young forever only. We are also growing. and we also need someone to nurture us. And one thing I love about ourselves, we don't embrace the tribalism, nini. Eh?
Yeah.
You find that Gen Z are coming up together, bring out something. And that's why we should be part and parcel in the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And now speaking of Gen Zs,
Yeah.
we can also talk about now the Tukukadi initiative. Tukukadi initiative.
Yeah.
Now, is the movement going to work for us in 2027, or we still need to do something about it, or maybe strengthen it a little bit as the Gen Zs?
Okay. Tukukadi initiative is a movement when you mesema, just the same way. And I'm very happy. It has no collidation with the political parties.
Yeah.
This is, in fact, let me appreciate Ademba Alan, the guy who came up with the Tukukadi initiative.
Yes.
And I was also very happy, I guess this week, Honorable, the MP of Nani, Jalas. Jalas said that Alan Ademba should be awarded.
Yes.
Because Tukukadi initiative already, it has
Mobilize
the youth, most of the Gen Zs. And I'm very happy with the Kisumu County because we are taking the number one in giving a first initiative to get out as youth, to go to the Uduma Center, this IBC Center, with our national ID, to take the vote card and come out. Tukukadi initiative is going to work. It is going to work. And the only thing we need is just a support, and we do the mobilization across the nation. Because now Gen Z have declared, and this is our weapon, by the way. As a Gen Z, Tukukadi initiative is the weapon. It's a movement. It's the weapon now to declare that we want such a leader. And not only that, we are aiming for the president, we are going down from the president, governor, MP, senator, MCAs, women rep, kila kitu. And the weapon for this to elect a better leader is through this Tukukadi initiative.
And probably just before my co-host bring his question,
Yeah.
Tukukadi, do you think is it a long-term impact to our nation, or it is something that it will come up and end within a period of time?
Tukukadi initiative is a game changer, and this is the weapon we're going to use for the 2027 general election. Yeah, and we can't just go there for the election shouting one term, two term without the voting card.
Yes.
That's why the initiative has come. You know, we always say that IBC is always very functioning and active during the elections. After elections, what does IBC does? No one remembers that. Yeah. So that's why we're also having the Tukukadi initiative as the Gen Z, as the first movement. Every time, like, if you give up the background, there have been this thing, get out and get your votes, yeah, something like that. But now, Tukukadi is just a weapon, as I told you. It's something that we are going to use to declare or to give out the best leaders out in 2027. And it might survive if we get a support. That's why I told you, like, if we get the support, Tukukadi initiative might last. But I believe after general election, it can vanish. It can vanish after we have get what we want from the election, because it's the weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the measures that you as Gen Zs will put in place to make sure that Tukukadi initiatives succeed? And you know, it's not all about having the voters card.
Yeah.
It's all about waking up in the morning, visiting the polling station, and make sure that you voted the leader you want. So what are the measures that you put in place to make sure that all that you want as Gen Zs has to succeed?
Can I ask you one question? Do you think Gen Zs are tribalism? Tribalist?
I don't know, maybe you tell me.
Gen Zs are never tribalist. Yeah. That's why I believe Tukukadi is going to work. And as a matter of fact, as we are here, Gen Z is one thing, like, you will wake up. Let me give an example. Right now, the nation, or like the world, there's this thing, chapa sherehe, sijui nini.
Yeah.
You'll get that Gen Z will ever meet, you don't know, or I don't know your name, but tutapiga sherehe pamoja, without knowing who you are, where you come from. But one thing that has brought Gen Zs together are job, the economic state of the nation, and this term I'm forgetting about, the corruption. Those are the three things that Gen Zs are fighting about. And so has made it that they cannot think about the tribalism. That I can tell you, Gen Zs will wake up very early in the morning, will go to the polling station and vote, and in fact, they will even wire their friends. Umepiga kura, uko kadi, you're getting that? So I believe in that one. Gen Zs are going to work for this one, and in fact, to all Gen Zs, let us just try this. Come 2027 general election, let us go to the polling station not as an individual, but as a crowd. The way we are crowding ourselves to take this voters card, which we are spreading as Tuko Kadi. When it comes to general election 2027, let us also mean it and say, umepiga kura, ama tuende tupige kura, to change the nation. That's why I believe in that. It is going to work.
And now let me just ask, in the same breath of Tuko Kadi initiative.
Yeah.
I've seen also influencers and also comedians also making sure that this Tuko Kadi is pushed and reached across the nation.
Yeah.
And mostly it is happening in most of the universities, because that is now where the Gen Zs are. We can find them. And I also saw the other time, I think the University of Must registered a very high number within a day, which is also a good thing. And now, what happens if the Gen Zs doesn't get what they want in 2027? Exactly.
Okay.
What will happen?
The country is going it's going to be disbanded.
Are you saying the
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be on fire. Because, right now Gen Zs are on high. And for us to change the country or to rectify the state of the nation right now is through Gen Zs. Just as I told you, Gen Zs right now are occupying like the 70% of the nation. Yeah. And if we fail to deliberate, if we fail to deliver, if we fail to vote, look at the state of the nation right now. If we fail to do what is right come 2027, do you think we are going to have somewhere to put our heads? Huh? Do you think we are going to have somewhere even to walk? Talking on what Eric Omondi is doing, is trying to fight and rectify these calamities that we are experiencing. Eric Omondi is running the initiative of the Sisi kwa Sisi. And Sisi kwa Sisi, if the government does not support, it's us, Gen Zs, who is going to support it. That's why you found that Eric Omondi get the move from Nairobi to Mombasa, and he also did the same from Nairobi to Busia. Because he believes this is an initiative, is a movement. And he's trying to fight the calamities like the ones that had happened in Nairobi, where floods all over. When the government fails to deliberate, it's us, the young generation, the young youths, the Gen Zs, to take in charge. Yeah. And talking again also of the most, that's Masinde Muliro University. Those Gen Zs, right? That's why I'm telling you that come next year it's going to be different. There's a lady in Kakamega that took charge in the IBC office, and she started registering the voters when the IBCs fails or the government fail to give the good number of IBCs to take charge in deliberating this work of registering Gen Zs. She came out, she did the job, and that's why the highest number, or the high number of Gen Zs turnout, or the high number of voters were high in Kakamega, in Western, yeah. That's what I'm telling you, Gen Zs has the spirit, and we only know that lisasi ni moja, na itakuwa ni 2027. If we don't do it now, then it's never. Yeah.
There's this narrative of tutalinda kura by Gen Zs. What do you mean?
Tutalinda kura. We'll vote after voting. As they will be counting, we'll also be counting.
Do you think this is illegal in Kenya? According to the Constitution 2010, because your work is just to vote and go back home and wait for IBC to either announce the result or tell us way forward.
as a normal culture in this nation, they've always been saying that tunapiga kura, but kura yako yenye ulipiga, it is not what is being tallied there. So Gen Zs want to get it that ile kura yangu nilipiga yenyewe imefika mahali kwa nafaa kufika. That's why tutapiga kura na tutalinda kura mpaka dakika ya mwisho. Sufishe miradi, yani kila kitu iko shwari. I know it is illegal, but do you think or do you believe that way back in those years 2007, coming up to the last general election, that the votes that we have been voting zimekwanga free and fair? Do you believe that that vote that you have been tallying there, has it been tallied to the person that you had voted for? We have always been claiming for these servers to be open after the election, but it is never being done. That's why this time Gen Z initiative, or the Gen Zs, watapiga kura na watalinda kura, even though it is illegal. But remember, Gen Zs has the mind. That's why we find that this thing called softwares, nini, not the Gen Zs has the access of it, because we have been nurtured. Gen Zs are learned, but let us not go beyond somewhere that can risk our life as Gen Zs, you know.
And now in the same tutalinda kura.
I think the former Interior Secretary,
Cabinet
Secretary, also talked about kama alilinda the mtihani haikuibiwa, wataiba kura zetu, because that is what he said in one of the rallies that he was. Do you think that he's also supporting the Gen Zs, or probably he's also trying to also
come up with his own
initiative? Yes.
No, that's why I told you that Gen Zs are not tribalists. They are not tribalists. They won't look at it that is Mr. or Honorable, the President talking. What Gen Z wants, the right thing is being done at the right time, in a right place. That's why you find that there's this mkutano that the interiors, all these senior leaders were having somewhere in the central, and there was this leader said that wakati mko na shida as leaders is when you come down to us. You want to listen to us, or you want us to listen to your problems, but wakati sisi tupo na shida, you are not listening to us. Mtaenda nyinyi wote. That's why I'm telling you that Gen Z is actually, they are not looking like you are the leader or nani. What they want, the right thing is being done at the right time, in a right place. So saying the peers interior, the peers of interior, saying that kama walilinda mtihani, kulinda kura itawashinda, just give the preferences from behind. Ever since the elections, zimekwanga aje, and we are ready to take the tear gases. But what we want, that we are also tired of going the road, running, protesting, nini. But all we want is the right thing, and we wish, if they mean that, if they can take care of the exams or give securities to the exams, why not the votes? Let them mean what they are saying. That's what is there.
So Gen Z wamekuja kufagia kila mtu,
kusafisha, hawajui we ni nani, bora wewe, like you have been not in the light on what they want, you have not been deliberating what they want, watakusafisha.
And do you think that is why now young people are coming out now to vie for these political seats? Because we have those who have been there before. Because you remember when there was Mandamano, and Eric Omondi protested several times along the parliament, and then also inside and outside the parliament, and he was arrested several times. And the other day, I think most of he had several cases in court, and some of them were withdrawn because they didn't have any tangible reasons to maybe fine him, or maybe take him to jail for whatever things that he did. And Eric Omondi was talking about that there's some demonic inside the parliament, because you find that you were elected as a leader, but when you enter that house, then everything changes. you find that whatever you promised the people that you're going to deliver and delivered, now you don't even appear maybe in your constituency, you don't even give bursaries and everything. Do you think there are leaders within the current leadership that probably the Gen Zs might consider that have probably delivered, or they'll just fagia kila mtu as they're saying?
The leaders that have been delivering to their areas or constituencies where they have been practicing sovereignty in their jurisdiction, wao wako sawa. Wakitaka kuchapa tu term, Gen Zs wanaona, wako na macho. And let me tell you one thing. Not that everything, like, unajua, we have been staying with this msemo that what a man can see while seated, a young man cannot see, even while climbing at the top of the boosters. But do you believe those were just misemos? Reasons why Eric Omondi was protesting are, number one, not every solution an old man can get. These young people have the solution. Given a chance, they will deliver. That's why he was protesting. So we feel like Gen Zs or the youth, let us not do this too much calls of the Gen Zs because they will take us as now we are very bad. Let us give them the youth. You know, youth can also deliver.
Yes.
And they know what they are up to. Yes. Let's give an example. Me, to say me, I want to vie for the locality of Kondele MCA. And this is a place that I've been staying. I know the environment. I know the interiors. I know what these mama mboga, watu wa boda boda, wana kanisa, wana biashara wote. I know what they're undertaking and what they want and what they are missing. So given the chance, that's why you find that their leaders, after being elected, and Eric Omondi said that there's some demonic inside there. It is not a demonic. Wewe umechapa politics zako na pesa yako, umeingia pale. So umejua politics is also interest. Yeah. I invented in it. Nili-invest kwa hiyo politics yangu. Nili-invest hapo nikipiga siasa zangu. Then after I've won, sile pesa yangu nataka niregeshe. Ndio maana you find those people while they're inside there. First wakishapata hiyo pesa yao, ndio tena they are coming back. But while they're inside there looking for that money that they had invested, they forget about those people that had elected them. But by the time they are yearning for those seats, my friend, they will do anything they want. Hata kani kulala na wewe, watalala na wewe kwako. Hata kani kutembea, watatembea na wewe. Lakini once they've received that seat, they go inside there, they sleep. That's why Eric Omondi was saying that there's a demon in the parliament. It's not a demon. Those people are getting back their money.
In the same, before my co-host brings another question to you. Eric Omondi, I remember he was saying that they want to demolish and bring down that parliament and build it somewhere. And the Gen Zs back him up. You think that is also possible?
It's very possible. In fact, I feel there's no need of having a parliament. You should be serving from your jurisdiction. As an MP, Rudi Kisumu East, Kisumu Central, Nairobi, or Mabei, anywhere you are serving.
The lawmakers, they have to have a room or a hall where they make laws and amend laws.
Are those laws not in the Constitution?
What is the existing? There's need.
Yeah?
There's need of maybe amendment of.
What's the work of the online thing, the so-called the softwares, hizi vitu machine tunatumia, internet.
They believe so much in digital world.
Yeah, in digital world. They should make use of this thing. They are eating their pensions, they are eating their nini. Pesa yetu nyingi wanakula pale ati allowance ya kuketi chini nini. Those allowance should be given to people.
They don't even attend the parliament.
They don't attend, yeah. And then you find that a leader has not attended those proceedings, but still is being given the allowances. Vitu kama hizo. Chai sijui nini, mnapewa breakfast, lunch, supper huko. This thing should be done internet bana. Kazi ya mtandao ni nini? That's why even Gen Zs are using the gadgets, the phones nini in internet to back them down. Yeah.
Gen Zs are one of the whatever they are seeking is a political accountability and inclusivity.
Very well.
When you are included as a Gen Z, let's say for example you become an MP, an area MP, let's say Kisumu Central.
Yeah.
Do you think, okay, first question, do you want to be included in government or you want to work for the people? Because these are two different things. Yes, I've been given a position as CS or as PS.
Yeah.
I'm a Gen Z. I'm 30 or I'm 27 years old. I'm the youngest. Is that what we want to work for the people?
Those things must work hand in hand. I must work for the people, and I must also include the government, because the government, who is the government? Serikali ni nani? You are the government. So if I don't coordinate or deliberate with the government, I'm not, I'm going to fail. And if I don't work for the people, I'm also going to fail. So these two things should work hand in hand. But usikuwe umeegemea sana kwa upande ingine. Remember the people. Remember those people are the one who elected you to be in the government. So you must deliver the two. But furthermore, remember those people, because they are the one who has elected you to be in that government. Yeah. Can kuwapea the 70% government give the 30%, because the government are the one who are disbursing even the bursaries to these institutions. They are the government that give the development, the infrastructures. They are the one who are empowering the businesses, you know. So you can't say that you can't, you diminish the government and you work for the people. Will you work for them mkono tupu?
And now, talking about working for the government, now, how are we going to hold these leaders accountable? Because
the ones that have been elected.
Yeah, the ones that have been elected. Because like we've said before, that there are those leaders that have been elected that have delivered and even over-delivered. Because somebody like this young man from Kakamega, Peter Salasia. We also have the likes of Babu Owino. Jalas is also probably doing something in Langata. There are few that we can count. There's also somebody, is it Ndindi Nyoro? Somebody, Ndindi Nyoro is also doing some good job. Yeah. So how are we going to hold these leaders when you are elected and they are not delivering to the people? How are we going to hold them, and also the government at large?
Yeah.
You know, this book that when you pass through high school, you might have read it, Tumbo Lisiloshiba. Yeah. That book is what has mentored majority of these young people you are seeing rankling outside here. Yeah? You know, why were you elected? Or why did you come out to go and vie for that seat? Yeah? Are you getting me? Yes. There's things that you just have to do, like it's just a spirit. Like once you are elected, you have to deliver. Ukisomea kitabu ya Tumbo Lisiloshiba, that gives the distinction why there is Ndindi Nyoro, there is Babu Owino, there is Peter Salasia, and there are others. And there are others. So that book mentors a lot. So there are those that after they have been elected, wamewekelea kwa tumbo yao. Lakini there are those leaders that they went through the community, they have seen, or here's the reason why he was elected or why he came out to vie for that seat. He knew or he knows why he's vying or why he's in that position. That's why he's delivering to those people. And maybe he also have a future of being a good leader next. From that, maybe an MCA to an MP or an MP to a president. You know, he has to deliver. But there are those who are just there for business. That now, what brings the distinction? Tumbo Lisiloshiba. You are elected, you want to eat it by yourself. But you are elected and you know or you knew the reason why you are going for that seat. That's what brings the difference. Yeah.
People might fear electing Gen Zs because I don't think it's because of their energy, because they use their energy too much, where maybe somewhere which is not needed. They claim that most of Gen Zs are rowdy. Yeah, they are very tough. I think a good example is when you saw former governor, Nairobi governor, Mike Sonko, Mbuvi Sonko, when he was elected. He had that energy and he could wear any attire going to the parliament or joining the sessions within the parliament. There's a time he was captured boxing a certain gate. Yeah. So these are some of the things that maybe might make people fear of electing or giving positions to the Gen Zs. Yeah.
I know they're afraid, but wamewasoma, and to get on to that point, unajua, a Gen Z cannot just come out to go and vie that you want to entice or to entitle his name with that seat. Gen Z is someone who has gone through education. He has experience, like, by the time he was learning, there were things that they were missing. Yeah? So I see, you know that the country is being taken over by the Shere. The Shere initiative. That's why you find that Gen Z, once we have seated together to tumepiga Shere, we have seen your capability. William Zay is back there at home with the wife or the wives. Yeah? He's not seeing what others are missing or lacking in the nearby homestead. That's why these old people are fearful of the Gen Zs, because once given the mandate or the power as a Gen Z, I believe Gen Zs will deliver. I'm very sure. And to make it like even to know or to tell, a good example, we have talked of Peter Salasya. He's delivering to his constituency. Furthermore, kama nike Shere, Salasya anafanya nini? Anapiga. Mpaka, he will tell you, he will go to the club, have the party, knowing he was in the Shere yesterday or Sunday. Today morning, Monday, he should be attending a meeting or a proceeding in a parliament. He's not going to miss. And there is a young, a mzee, a leader somewhere. Yesterday he was with the wives. Leo is missing the meeting or the proceedings. Yet ule jamaa alipiga sherehe hadi saa 10 asubuhi ako kwa parliament. Listening and also having the grievances for the constituency. That's why I believe Gen Z is elected. They are going to deliver, and those who are say when you they are afraid. Wataondolewa wote.
Now talking of the wazee, now let's talk as we finish. Let's talk about our political state of the nation now generally. President William Ruto now. Of late we've seen him maybe launching projects in Nyanza, in Western, in several parts of the country. And just the other day he was in Kisumu, launched a SGR extension from Naivasha all the way to Malaba with the Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni. Now, what do you think about the president? Is he accomplishing whatever promise he gave, or maybe he's doing things that had already been done, or projects that had already been launched by the former president?
Talking on that, on the political state, I can say that our political state is stable, but under pressure. President William Samoei Ruto is doing his best, and Kani kurudi 2 term with the same motif or the fire is doing, is going to get it if he maintains that. But Kani kuchochea tu yenye wanasema mzee wa kutenga, then Gen Zs are also watching. You know, there's a confusion that is now coming up. President Ruto is delivering, and is very active, but the pressure yenye napata kwa the Gen Zs, you know, saizi Gen Z ndio wameshika wanatapa kila mali. Will he work for the second term the same way he's working for this first term? That's the question we are asking ourselves. And to get the good example, for the past, those leaders that have been going for the 2 term, the first term they will always deliver. Coming for the second term, wanadidimia, they siminuate. That's why Gen Zs bado wanaangalia. And for what I've told you, like, the political state is stable, but under pressure. That's what is there. Yeah. Will he deliver for this second term? Or will the launchings that he's doing, they just stories? Because we believe, you know, before he came to launch the SGR, many people were asking, why are you launching something that it is not there? Some people were arguing, saying that it's when it's being established. It is something that is in the way process. We need something, and Gen Zs were arguing in this perspective. We need him to come and launch chenye ishatengenezwa. Sio chenye ndio tunafikiria kutengeneza. Yeah. That's why we are still having a 2 mindset. Will he deliver if elected for the second term? Ama it will be the end in the first term. Yeah.
According to what he has done since he was elected, and you, when given a chance to either go back to a government of Kibaki, Uhuru, or stay where you are right now? Where would you stand?
I'm very proud and happy to say this. Rais amefanya kazi. Hata ukilinganisha na wenye wamepitia, all those who have been there for the 10 years as a president, and with his, I don't know, his 3.5 or his almost 4 years, yeah, he has really delivered, yeah, and if given a chance again, let him deliver for us. He has done a good work, exemplary, Kongole kwake to rise.
So you believe he can go to the second term?
That's where the question is now coming. That's where the question is now coming, Bana. Will he work for the second term as he had worked for the first term? Hapo ndio kwenye shida iko, taswishi na majenzi. Hapo ndio tunaangalia. You pia, we have seen a good example of these leaders as the MPs, the governors, the senators. There are those who have been there for almost 3 terms. There are those who have been MPs since this thing, the new constitution came. They have never delivered.
Right. Maybe as we conclude, because my director is on my neck now because our time is up, just your last words to the Gen Zs, and also maybe your last words in our political and where the country is at right now, where you think we are headed, and maybe where are you seeing, maybe before 2027, what are you seeing happening that probably we can expect, or maybe something that we cannot expect?
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
For this, the country is now in the hand of the Gen Zs. Gen Zs are the game changer. And this game changer will only come out of the Tuko Card initiative. If we fail to take the card, the voting card, then the country is going to be pathetic. It's going to be a horror. It's going to be bad. So for us to change this, as the Gen Zs, let us get the voting card. Let this initiative of the Tuko Card, the same way Kisumu County has taken the good example of leading in giving out or turning out to go and take the cards for the voters. Let also other counties from Kericho, Homa Bay, Narok, Mombasa, even Wajir, Garissa, let this movement not die. Let us work for it and get the cards. Come 2027, let us change the country. Let us elect the leaders that we want. Let us elect the leaders that can deliver through this Tuko Card initiative. And I personally, I will take a charge, and I was there to launch the Tuko Card initiative to Kiendo Duma Center, Nini, we were dancing, enjoying. That's why I'm telling you, Gen Zs are going to change this, and they are the game changers. I believe if we take the voters card, we are going to have a better nation after the 2027 general election.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, my dear viewer. We were having this was the morning scope, and also the scope conversation that we were talking about the state of the nation at large and our political state as a nation. We were having our visitor, Honorable Calvo. He's been with us here, and also you've heard whatever we've said. We as the Gen Zs, and also the Gen Zs out there, make sure that you go cardi and make sure that you stay informed, because we the Gen Zs are heading somewhere that the country is also watching, and the Gen Zs are also watching. It was a very good time. Thank you so much for creating time. And probably if you receive also our invite next, just make sure you come so that we talk about our political state of the nation. I was your host, Clifford Ogonda. Also, I was with my co-host here,
Asuna Elijah, and let's meet tomorrow for another session like this, or for another discussion. I hope it will be hot as today.
Thank you so much, and goodbye.